What's up, guys? I'm gonna try this again here. Just a quick video on Tesla, what happened today, what I think will continue to happen, and how we capitalized on today's move. So Tesla, they had their delivery numbers come out. They were quite shy of analyst expectations. I thought that was a bit odd because he's come out the last two quarterly earnings or earnings calls and said like it's going to be a bad year. So I'm not sure why analysts were expecting them to create all of these vehicles that they did. Like they shouldn't have. They should have expected lower so that the expectations would have been what are called inline and not a miss. But needless to say, or suffice it to say, they missed the analyst numbers. The stock fell originally 7%. Um, I initially drew this Fibonacci when there was only one green bar. So what you would have seen when I drew this was this. So in the morning, um, that's so 1 second here. In the morning, I capitalized and myself and let the Discord know that it's probably going to come up just in the pre-market before open and then immediately dump, and I'll explain why. But I was able to capitalize personally. I was able to capitalize about 2K on that. Okay, took a little bit of a time and to get the exact number, and I flipped it for maybe from like two something, like maybe like two. What was my very first fill? My very first fill was 5 days. Here we go. Today. Yeah, it was like 235 and I closed out at 271. It went all the way to like 330, 340, 350. Extremely volatile in the open, okay? You can lose money as quick as you can make it. So I was happy to take like 40 cents a share. Why I knew it's coming down like that right away is because this big move is going to, there's not everybody gets to trade when the market is closed or pre-market or after hours. Okay, there's a lot of people who can only trade during market hours. That's why it's called pre-market and after hours, because there's literally a large group of people that can only trade in normal hours. They a lot of them got stopped out and or got out of the stock. Okay, I mean, I've been watching Tesla for years and years and years. I was in it at 750, got out at like 3,800. I think it went all the way to 45 and even $5,000 if you account for the splits. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised that there's some long-term holders here that there's the writing on the wall. Okay, they're seeing this XIOMI company, BYD. They're seeing the cars that are coming out. They're looking on the road. They're seeing Teslas. Nothing is new. There's nothing innovative and new about Tesla whatsoever. Okay, they were the first to the party, and they haven't done much significant changes in any way, shape, or form. They come out with an underwhelming truck that sucks, that's ugly, that looks like crap. The camper that they promised, like on the back, looks like a pile of trash. It's like a $3,000 tent. It was supposed to be this like cool cabin thing you could add on, like hardtop. A lot of things wrong with them right now. They really fell off the wayside. They always did have quality control issues and pushing deliveries and not quality. It has been a big thing with Tesla for a very long time, and I think it's just caught up with the stock, and that's why you see the stock falling a lot since last year. It's down from 260 to 160. Okay, I think if you go back, you're looking at strong support at 160.50. We're at 165 essentially, so there's still room for downside here. I did think it was going to drop about 10% today, but it looks like that may be unlikely. That's probably not going to happen. The fib that I drew though was insanely accurate. It gave you a very good opportunity to short here, all the way down here. This was 290. This is 380. It's currently 380. This was 405. So you could have shorted around 290 and got it all the way down to 405 for just even a quick. So even if you miss that big move, okay, 290, you could have gotten almost 40% gainer. Okay, your bank is paying you in one day, in half an hour, 45 minutes even, really. Yeah, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Banks are paying you like 3.7% annually. Like the money you can make by being in my Discord does not compare to what's out there. Obviously, you have to pull the trigger and you have to make your own financial decisions and things like that. But I'm putting this information out there. Like I can literally show it and prove it. Here's the Discord. Here's 7:43 a.m. So that's 9:43. So 13 minutes into the market, I drew the fib and showed people and look how accurate it is, right? And you knew that the very next one was 167.40 from the image, right? 167.40 was the very next spot. And where did it go? 167.26. 15 cents shy of that marker. Drew it up a trending channel that it broke. So I said, if we know this one is an arbitrary line. The Fibonacci is not arbitrary. That is a need to know. If you don't know how to use that, if you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about when I say Fibonacci or what this is, join the Discord, sign up for premium, and look at the other classes that I've done. I've done about 16 classes now. We have another one coming up in like 2 weeks. Okay, you have access to all of them when you sign up, and you can cancel it later if you're not a big fan of premium or whatever. It's not like a for life contract, but invest in yourself is what I'm trying to get at. $60 ain't shit if you can earn thousands of dollars. Yesterday we weren't even going to trade. Came on, saw a reversal play, called it out in a Discord. I saw two. Those were 35% gainers. I only made like $780, but $780 in one day, and that was basically a week's pay if you want to look at it that way. And today was no different. Today was a pretty good day, I think. And that's the kind of money you can make in this Discord. And there's 250 members in the Discord. Okay, we're not out here chasing all the pump and dump FOMO plays. We're looking at stocks objectively. We're looking at the whole market. Looking at Tesla objectively, you've got these competitors that are coming out with nice new things that say, hey, it's 2025 or 2026 or 2027 or 2028. And you've got these Tesla models that are coming out the line that say, hey, it's 2010. Something's got to give there, Elon. You got to update your shit if you want investor confidence back. Plus, you talk too much on Twitter and people don't like it. And you're like so rich that you're like, I don't care. You can't come at me for money, but it's not you that anyone's worried about. It's shareholders, and shareholders a lot are just everyday people. Maybe you've grown out of touch with that fact, but your company didn't get there on its own. Your company got there because it was essentially a meme that people really got behind, myself included, because we believed in stuff like how leading in technology you were. Tesla was, I used to call Tesla a tech company that made cars because of all the mapping they were doing, the self-driving, the fact even the dominance. I was like, they have a 10-year head start on everybody that they're going to maintain as a gap going forward, not a full 10 years, but it'll be a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 gap for another 10 years. So they basically have like a 16-year, 15-year head start on everybody, because they short up all the cobalt and all the raw materials and all the machining and all that shit required. They got all these long-term contracts from suppliers. Like they own like 90% of the supply of EV, which is why a lot of companies just straight up gave up on it, and they're doing fine. They're pretending like people don't want it, which they don't, but that's not the full and only reason, is they don't have the access to the materials at good pricing. So that they can be profitable, because a lot of cars aren't profitable. The profit comes from maintaining the vehicle, okay, over its lifespan, parts and labor and service. Anyways, they've got it pretty much the game rigged, but China is kind of its own beast, okay? They don't have any of China's supply rigged, essentially. And you've got the BYD and the Xiaomi or Xiaomi, or I don't even know how it's pronounced, but XIOMI, Neo, Li, Auto. You got a whole bunch going on over there. XPV EV is pretty much done, I would think. But stiff competition, needless to say. And, China is not like known for like super good car brands, not to Westerners anyways, but I think it's changed, and I think we don't know. I've seen some crazy shit on TikTok of like some of the vans, and there's vehicles that are over there, and think we're being kept in the dark in the West on, maybe they didn't used to be so good and now they're actually the dominant automaker, and our cars are lagging in quality and futuristic technology. Um, Tesla could straight up be heading back for $100. You have to understand, Tesla at 100 isn't 100. uh, Nvidia at 900 isn't 900. Nvidia has done stock splits. Tesla has done multiple stock splits. Even at 100, I think that's 500 a share, or like a 1500 a share or something like it. Like it's up there. It's been a while. I haven't crunched the numbers. Do your own DD, figure it out. But either way, it's and the trading PEs on it as well. It's not like it's like some fucking stellar deal even now, or even at 100. The PE is 40, which is significantly down from what it used to be of like 200. It's more in line with where it should be, but needless to say, we really watch daily movers over here to help you capitalize on what's happening on the day, a la crypto, Coinbase, MSTR. I've hopefully put MSTR on the map for a lot of you people. You see some massive swings on that stock every day. Like every day, you see massive swings on that stock. A director sold like 10,000 shares of it or some shit. You've got a lot of insider selling happening all over the place right now, guys. Keep that in mind. This whole, tinfoil hat. What happened in Baltimore, and then this solar eclipse on the 8th. Some things are happening behind the scenes. I'm not exactly sure how they align or what they are, but I don't think any of them are good. I think they're ill intent at the core, and you need to be careful with trying to be bullish in this market right now for the next week or so. Just have an ounce of caution. I heard today on CNBC that the market hasn't had a 2% down day in over 270 trading days, guys. 270 trading days is like a year and a half calendar days, okay? And we're having a blood red day today, and we're only down 1% on the SPY, $5.20. We're long overdue for a real bad day, and things are aligning to have that real bad day. That's what I'm saying. I would keep that in mind. You've got airlines and cruise ships down today. I think that probably continues. Tesla, those puts keep growing. It is falling. It's down to 164. Like it pumped all the way to 167. It's back to 164. Low of the day 162. If it touches that, you've got a double bottom. I don't think you get a recovery out of it either. Again, I think it goes to 160 and 50. Then maybe you get a little bit of a recovery. And if you don't, we're going to have to draw some charts. We're going to have to look at some old supports and see how far this thing is going. But I do recall like 2 years ago it was like $96 or something. So, or 100, no, it hit 101 last January before it ran all the way to 260. So I would imagine it breaks this 160 level, 101 is on the docket. So be prepared. Hopefully that video was helpful for you guys. If it was, please hit the like button, subscribe. If you weren't subscribed, share the content and leave a comment so that it can generate some traffic. Appreciate it, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Tesla or its competitors over in China. And we'll go from there. Cheers.